Manchester United's summer transfer plans have been significantly impacted by the performances and future decisions surrounding players such as Jadon Sancho and Marcus Rashford. The club is gearing up for a much-needed overhaul under manager Ruben Amorim, and in order to fund the new squad reshuffle, several high-profile players are expected to be offloaded, with Sancho and Rashford at the forefront of these potential exits. Sancho, 25, has found himself on the periphery of the Manchester United squad, having been frozen out by previous manager Erik Ten Hag. His time at Old Trafford seemed to be heading towards a permanent separation, leading to a loan move to Chelsea in August 2024. This temporary switch came with an obligation for Chelsea to sign the English winger for a fee of £25 million at the end of the season. However, recent developments suggest Chelsea could back out of this agreement. The deal included a clause that would allow Chelsea to renege on the £25 million obligation if they were willing to pay a £5 million penalty fee. This potential change of heart by Chelsea has raised questions about whether Sancho will return to Manchester United or if his future lies elsewhere. Sancho's start at Stamford Bridge was promising, with the winger registering 3 assists in his first 3 Premier League matches. However, his form has tapered off in recent weeks, and the pressure is now on him to prove himself. Despite this, Chelsea's assistant manager, Enzo Maresca, has hinted that the Blues will likely follow through on their commitment to sign Sancho permanently. Maresca, when asked about Sancho's situation, remained firm, stating, "For me, Jadon's situation doesn't change. It's exactly the same. For sure, in terms of numbers, he could do better, no doubt. But it's not just about Jadon. I think we have more players in the same situation. Now, I don't need to give Jadon a message because I speak with him every day." While Maresca's comments indicate Chelsea's continued interest in Sancho, there remains uncertainty regarding the winger's future. For Manchester United, the situation presents a potential financial opportunity if Sancho does indeed depart permanently. The funds generated from his sale could be a significant contribution to the club's summer rebuild, which is expected to focus on strengthening key areas of the squad. Another player likely to be on the move is Marcus Rashford. Having been a fixture in United's first team for several seasons, Rashford's recent loan move to Aston Villa has added another layer of intrigue to his future. While he has shown signs of a return to form since his move to Villa Park, his long-term future at Old Trafford under Ruben Amorim is uncertain. Amorim, who took over as United manager in November, has indicated that he sees Rashford as surplus to requirements, especially as he looks to mold a squad to his preferences. Amorim has shown a preference for working with the players he inherited from Ten Hag, and Rashford, despite his past heroics for the club, may not fit into the Portuguese manager's plans moving forward. United's decision to let go of both Sancho and Rashford is part of a broader strategy to fund a major squad overhaul, which is expected to be one of the most significant transfer windows in recent memory for the club. Amorim is likely to target a striker as one of his top priorities. While there has been speculation about a reunion with Sporting Lisbon's Victor Gyökeres, it now appears that this move may be unlikely, leaving United to look at other potential options. One name reportedly on United's radar is Ipswich Town striker Liam Delap. At just 22 years old, Delap has impressed in the Premier League, despite Ipswich's struggles. His potential arrival at Old Trafford would add depth and youth to the attacking options, which Amorim is keen to bolster. Ruben Amorim's transfer plans appear to be gaining momentum, with the sales of Sancho and Rashford helping to fund a new era at Manchester United. As the club prepares for a summer of significant change, it will be interesting to see how these developments play out and whether the moves for Sancho, Rashford, and potentially Delap will come to fruition. With the backing of Amorim's managerial expertise, United fans can expect a squad transformation that aims to restore the club to the pinnacle of English and European football. Bruno Fernandes's Manchester United bust-up, remarks on future and Real Madrid transfer message. Manchester United's loss at Nottingham Forest witnessed another flare-up courtesy of skipper Bruno Fernandes, sending yet another reminder all is not well at Old Trafford. Bruno Fernandes's Manchester United loyalties are once again being tested following defeat at Nottingham Forest. Alarm bells are again ringing at Manchester United following their midweek defeat at Nottingham Forest. The Red Devils entered the recent international break in decent form, but resumed their campaign with a third straight Premier League loss to Nuno Espirito Santo's side. The performance was a collage of all the things that have come to frustrate United fans in recent years: gaping holes in defense, lacking conviction in attack, and energy spent in all the wrong places. To that latter point, Bruno Fernandes's lash-out at Forest captain Ryan Yates and the furore that followed is an example of the kind of drama United's skipper should be above. Fernandes's frustrations, whether that be with the opposition or his own teammates, have become a calling card of a man seemingly in turmoil. The Portugal international is often celebrated as United's best player, at least in a technical sense, and the one inspiring drive in those around him, but there's only so much one can do before losing faith. The cracks that intermittently emerge aren't helped by rumors that continue to link Fernandes with the Old Trafford exit, and big clubs are reportedly interested. Mirror Sport examines the playmaker's current situation as his United struggles persist, with one former coach at the club touting him for a bright future at the Bernabeu. Forest bust-up. On a night when everything seemed to go right for Forest, Yates perhaps best encapsulated the notion that one creates one's own luck. The skipper finished the triumph with 2 fouls to his credit, though one could easily argue other mistimed challenges went unpunished, and even assisted Anthony Elanga's breakaway decider. Yates pulled off his ploy of man-marking Fernandes with aplomb, doing as he has to numerous elite opposite numbers this season by getting in their heads. And nowhere else was that more effective than when he responded to Fernandes' flicked hand by rolling on the floor as though bludgeoned with a closed fist. Referee Jared Gillett assessed the situation and appeared to arrive at the conclusion Yates was indeed exaggerating any offense. But it was the latest sign yet of Fernandes's frayed mindset, giving the opposition precisely what they want when under pressure. Forest captain Ryan Yates succeeded in getting inside Fernandes' head at the City ground. United, who could slip down as far as 15th this week, have proudly flaunted an army of aggressors in the past, tempestuous stars who play on the edge of legality. But that aggression has traditionally been teamed with a certain arrogance, knowing full well they were the big team in any given contest. The power balance has changed now, though, and such displays now reek of desperation to impress and end this reign of mediocrity. It's in times like these that players tend to take after their captain, but Fernandes continues to exhibit a not-so-cool head with what feels like increasing regularity. Real Madrid rumors. In the event United were tempted or forced into letting the captain leave, only the European elite would be considered genuine contenders. Barcelona have been heavily linked with the player in the past, but its Spanish rivals Real Madrid, who have supposedly raised interest amid talk of a £90 million offer. That figure could be sweet enough for United to cash in on the 30-year-old. Former United first-team coach René Meulenstein believes Los Blancos would become all but unstoppable if Fernandes were to complete that particular move. I think people sometimes question the way Bruno Fernandes likes to get his feelings across, he told Poker Firma. But one thing for me is certain. He's an absolute winner. He plays all the games, he's never injured, and he's very committed to Manchester United and wants the best for the club. Every footballer has ambitions. I'm sure he wants to win trophies for Manchester United, but if a team like Real Madrid were to come knocking for him in the summer, he would fit like a glove there. Luka Modric is turning 40 soon, and Madrid needs someone in midfield with that kind of passing range who can supply Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr., and Kylian Mbappe. With Bruno Fernandes' passing range, Real Madrid would be unbelievable, and their forward line would become even better.